Updates now from West Asia, and nationwide protests against government continues in Iran as the unrest entered the third week. The protests on December 28 began as demonstrations against soaring inflation and economic hardship, but soon they escalated into tense nationwide unrest marked by violent clashes between protesters and the security forces. The Iranian government on Sunday declared 3 days of national mourning for the martyrs, including members of the security forces killed in 2 weeks of protests. The Iranian state television broadcast funeral processions as well in the western cities, including Gachasaran and Yasuj, of security personnel who were killed in the protests. Now, the U.S. President Donald Trump said on Sunday that Iran's leadership had called the U.S. seeking to negotiate. And after his warning of military action amid mass anti-government protests in the Islamic Republic. Let's listen to what he said.
Iran called to negotiate. Yesterday, the leaders of Iran called they want to negotiate. I think they're tired of being beat up by the United States. Iran wants to negotiate, yes. We may meet with them. I mean, a meeting is being set up. But we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting. But a meeting is being set up. Iran called. They want to negotiate. Thank you very much, everybody.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says that the situation in that country is under control, under total control, following a weekend spike in protest-related violence. He said that the U.S. President Donald Trump's warnings could have motivated extremists to target both protesters and security forces, potentially inviting foreign intervention. Araghchi also said that internet services will be resumed in coordination with the security authorities, which had been shut down for over 84 hours.
Mr. Trump, the President of the United States, had said that if people are killed, we will come and intervene. But what was important was that because of his comments, elements seeking to create chaos went after increasing the death toll in the hope of possibly drawing the United States into intervening. From January 10th until today, we are in the next phase in which the situation has come under control.
The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has meanwhile expressed shock over reports of violence against protesters in Iran. He urged Iranian authorities to exercise maximum restraint and refrain from unnecessary or disproportionate use of force. He urged for steps to be taken to enable access to information in the country, including restoring communications. U.S. President Donald Trump has urged Cuba to make a deal or to face unspecified consequences, warning that the flow of Venezuelan oil and money to Havana would stop now that Maduro was gone. President Trump on Sunday morning on a Truth Social platform, he said that, and I'm quoting him now, "There will be no more oil or money going to Cuba. I strongly suggest that they make a deal before it is too late." And he said that Cuba lived for many years on large amounts of oil and money from Venezuela. In return, Cuba provided security services for the last two Venezuelan dictators, but not anymore, he said in capital letters. The social media post drew an angry retort also from the Cuban president, Miguel Diaz-Canel. And he said that no one should tell his country what to do, while Cuba's foreign minister also responded by saying that his country has retained the right to import fuel without interference. Venezuela's government, in a statement, also called for political and diplomatic dialogue between Washington and Havana. Myanmar's main opposition main pro-military party, not the opposition party, has won the parliamentary seat of the detained democratic leader Aung San Suu Kyi in elections that were run under the junta's rule. So the Union Solidarity and Development Party won 15 lower house seats out of 16 places in Yangon region after Kavumu and dozens other constituencies voted on Sunday in the second stage of the three-phase election. The final phase of this month-long vote is scheduled for January 25, with the junta saying that the election will return power to the people. Let's get you the sports news now. And Delhi is set to witness a badminton extravaganza. The BWF India Open 2026. It begins from January 13 at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium in Delhi. And there are going to be over 200 global stars in action. India's biggest hopes rest on the star doubles pair, Satwik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty. Tapas Bhattacharya spoke exclusively to the dynamic duo ahead of this marquee event.
Joining me is the dynamic duo Satwik Sairaj, Chirag Shetty. Both of you will be playing in front of a packed 8,000 plus crowd, new venue, all set for the India Open.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I think it's always a pleasure playing in front of our home crowd. Probably this is our 6th or 7th time playing at our home tournament, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Satwik, all set?
All set. Excited for this, and we hardly get a chance to perform in front of crowd, and this year we'll get 2 times India Open, and we have World Championship in August as well, but this time it's special because it's very cold as well.
I was about to come to that. Coming from down south, it's not that, it's chilly here, it's cold. Will that impact some way you guys play?
Yeah, feels like we are in Europe actually. Yeah, we got our winter jackets as well. Normally we don't carry in India. We are not used to it in India, but yeah, it's special feeling. But really looking forward for this week.
I wanted to ask you, BF World Championship coming here after 17 years. Huge moment for India, a huge moment for budding players also to come see. You both have become a legend for them. Big players coming here, world #1 players coming here. You believe that's also going to change, especially with the Asian Games this year, and also for the future?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you said, the BWF World Championships is being held after 17 long years. I still remember watching the 2009 men's doubles final, and I was very, very young then, and probably had played my first All India tournament, and to watch it live on the TV, and now having the World Championships back home in India again, I think it's really special, and yeah, it's going to be a packed year with the Asian Games as well, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
Satwik, you have any memories of that?
Yeah, I have a very special memory because I remember the finalist who won Fui Feng, the Chinese guy, in 2009 men doubles. He threw his racket, so my daddy catched it, my father. So I started playing with that racket. So it was a special moment.
So it's a special moment, and the World Championship coming here, and these two gentlemen will be all set to enthrall the audience, not just for the World Championship, but also for the India Open that is going to kickstart from 13th of this month. With camera person, this is Tapas Bhattacharya for DD India from Delhi.
Well, that's all we have in this edition of DD India Live, but let's know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those of you on the go, get the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code and download it now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Mark Lynn from all of us here in Delhi. Thank you for being with us on DD India Live. Namaskar.